Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on my concealers and also stuff that I use as concealers, but they're not concealers. So the purpose of like these videos, because lately I've been making different videos, I'm not showing my face, which actually is a good thing because it's just so hot now and I'm always sweating and right now I don't feel like wearing makeup and it's a lot. That's why I have my Coke here and it's much better than coffee right now. So Coke will do. So let's start by saying that like I was saying, like these videos are not really primarily because of Project Pan, even though that's what I'm aiming for, you know, Project Pan and everything, but it's sometimes it's becoming Project Hate Pan. But because I don't like a lot of the products that I have that I want to finish because they're just not working for me. And so the purpose of these videos is to show you what does work for me and what I will eliminate from my collection. So basically for my under eye area, I need a pink corrector type of under eye situation. Okay, so it all started with the MAC Prep and Prime. This is like one of my favorite products, and it's really pink and it's really thin, but the problem is that it has a lot of white. Sorry, my chair is gonna make funny noises, so sorry. But this is definitely what I'm aiming for. So let me just remove the Coke. And it really brightens my eye. I need to brighten my eye, right? And so this does just that. And I have a lot of difficulty finding products that are this pink but don't have a lot of white in it, because then it looks, well, white, you know. And I don't want to have peachy ones either. Anyway, so this is my model, and also Bisque is also my model. I use Bare Minerals Bisque. This is, actually, I wanted light Bisque, but I got Bisque for the summer. You know what I'm gonna do? I hate having to dirty this, but you know, this is a powder, so it's gonna swatch differently, but this is a little bit more peachy, you see, but I mean, it's still pink, but the Prep and Prime is really pink. So definitely closer to my skin tone. Like it just disappears in my skin tone. And because I'm a rosy, peachy type of skin, I have a lot of rosy, but with a little bit of peachiness. So let me see if I'm in the, yeah, I'm in. So get closer. You know, under my eyes, I prefer it a little bit more like this. But anyway, these are my models. So Bisque definitely works for me. And I might do another video of what brushes I use. With the Prep and Prime, I use my fingers. The texture is so thin, the formula is so thin that I just use my fingers. With this, I have a specific brush, old brush from Bare Minerals made of horsehair, and it really works. Now, you know, it's difficult to wear powder concealer. You have to be very careful, but if you get it right, it's amazing. And sometimes I use both, like these two. So that's my example. Another one is my Bare Minerals foundation. For a long time, I was wearing this as my concealer because this is in the color, sorry, fairly medium. This is my foundation color, but it also can be a little bit my concealer color. So, as you can see, it's even more fair, and you see it's lighter than this. Put on some more because it's a powder, so it doesn't, whoops, no, it's too much. I knew it. Anyway, it's for the purpose of the video, so let me just, okay, so this is definitely like my skin tone. You see the difference? This kind of disappears in my skin tone. This has a little bit more peachiness, and this is like pinky. Okay, so really, I mean, I really like this under my eyes. I really do. What happened is that I heard great things about the House Labs, and this is in the color Fair Rosy. And in fact, I heard a lot of good things about the formula. In fact, the doe foot is kind of weird. It's like, it's difficult to go in, to put it in, you see, and then it bends a little too much. I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. And so if we swatch it, see, kind of weird. So if we swatch it, let's see, it's very thick, and it covers a lot. So I would say these two are closer in color, right? There's some rosiness, but there's a little bit of peachiness too, like a little less rosy than this one. But this definitely works under my eyes. The formula is there's something about the tube that to me is very attractive. Also, the texture is very attractive to me, but it's a little too thick. In fact, it's similar to the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the hydrating one. I'll swatch it after. But anyway, so these are all on my face, basically, almost all the time. Sometimes I mix these two. Sometimes I mix this and then go over it with this. You know, this is kind of like my zone right here. Yeah, so, and then of course, you know, I can also use my foundation for sure. I love to look at them. I love the colors. So basically, another thing that I was really attracted to, and is my skin color too, are, and I've used a lot of it, you see, these are pink. Now, the formula is not the best, but I carry these in my purse when I need an extra touch-up. This is the pink one from NYX, the color correcting concealer, and this is Wet n Wild. I think I prefer Wet n Wild. Anyway, it's pinkier. Let me see. I should have brought, I know I'm gonna get up if I can't continue like this. Okay, so here, this one was the House Labs. So this, let me just go like this. This is very pink. Very pink, almost similar to the MAC Prep and Prime. It has a little bit of red also in it. I don't know if you can tell because it's pinkier. This also is wonderful as a color corrector. I really enjoy it. So these three are all kind of similar and they're peachier, and these two are pinkier. And then the same thing, the NYX one is very emollient and it's difficult to work with. Okay, so this is similar to this one. And this one was Bisque in the Bare Minerals. So they're kind of all similar. But these two, the formulas, I'd say I would prefer this. It's a drier formula. This is more emollient, but I definitely use both of them. The formula is not the greatest, I know, but it's a very, like, the price is so low that why not have them? I actually like this highlighter too, eh? And I use this, of course. I mix them. I mix these two. This I can't. Yeah, sometimes actually I mix these two also. Mixing these two is the perfect color for my skin, also these two. So I'll probably continue to repurchase these. They're really good. But let me put this aside for now. This is my foundation, and I am in love with this. I use this also. It has SPF, and it's very hydrating, and I use this also as a concealer sometimes. Everything is over this. This is like my base, basically. And I use the whiter part because this is, what color is this? Classic Ivory 210, but I don't apply just this part to my finger. I mostly use the whiter. So as you can see here, it's beigey, but the whiter, you know, mixing it with this is perfection, I think. This kind of does everything. This is like the discovery for me of 2026. I know it's been around for eons, and I'm in love with this. I don't know why I like the packaging. Don't ask. I have no idea why. I just love it. This also is, you know, it'll do. I think it's kind of like here in, I need to, this is a little bit more similar to the foundation. Yeah, well, it's the Bare Minerals foundation basically, but in a cream form. So all kind of works together. So as I was saying, this has more of a foundation color. In fact, speaking of foundations, now when I went to Vienna this past winter in February, this is, the makeup artist told me to get the Prep and Prime, which I wanted, but it was, for me, it's a bit too pink, let's just face it. I mean, you know, it's very pink, and sometimes, especially towards like the summertime, you need something else and to make it a little bit more skin-like. And also it doesn't really, I mean, you know, it's not a concealer really, it's like an illuminator. Yeah, a highlighter, illuminator, Radiant Rose. This is in Radiant Rose, I didn't tell you. So I needed something to conceal. So she had me buy this all over face pen Studio Fix, which is amazing as a foundation. It's like full coverage, and you don't need a powder, because my question was like, I need something that I don't want to powder with. So let me just swatch it here. I love the mechanism too, like you don't waste a single drop. Very thick. So let me see if I can show you on my hand. Oh, the waist. Oh, I'll wait. So obviously this is like skin color beige, and it's in the color NW20. Okay, because I wanted NW15. She said, no, put this underneath and then this over it. So this, I'm going to show it to you. And in fact, she was right, because when I do this combo, I am perfection all day long. All day long, really. It doesn't crease, it doesn't budge, it's the perfect color. Let me see if I can mix it here for you to see. You see, it oxidizes, because look at that, totally oxidizes. And then let me take it from here. Yeah, it's a lovely, light pink with like a skin tone. I just want to show you how full coverage it is. Yeah, well, it looks kind of, you know, I would need to put on another layer. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of time to oxidize. In fact, it oxidizes like this, but you know, it's fine. On the eye, I like the combo, but as you can see, this goes very different, very different. Okay, so anyway, this I love. Okay, so this is a match kind of made in heaven, and you can wear this obviously all over the face without this. It's fine. But you know, so I'm always mixing these two, okay, like these two colors. Same thing here. So I was already doing that, and then the makeup artist told me to do this. And so then the other one, I'll just say, I finished it all. It's the CC cream from Arborian. This was beige, obviously, and it's a lovely base, but you know, there's no coverage, and I finished it. And another thing I do now is sometimes when my foundations are too beige, I use the Daniel Sandler watercolor. This is in the color Flush. I've had it for so long, but it helps me use things like, for example, this. So let me just, same concept, right? And who says, I'm actually gonna, no, I'm not gonna remove. So who says that we need, you know, to use blush and that's it, not blush, correctors. So this is good, but it's beigey, right? So if I want it pinker, the formula of this, I didn't swatch it next to it, but it's very beigey. It's in the color, oh my goodness, it's so small, can't see. I don't know. It's a very beigey. Here, I'll swatch it next to the others so you can see. The formula is not bad. Maybe I did swatch it. I don't know. Is it this? Kind of getting confused now. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's not like the best. So what I do also with this, so here you can see, all you need is a little tiny drop, just, okay, of pink. It's very pink. I don't use it as a blush anymore. And a swirl, swirl. And there you go. Maybe you need a little bit more. Maybe that's too much. Let's see if it's too much. Let's see together. No, that's fine. Okay, and this is a great concealer. Now, I use it, you know, it doesn't alter the formula. But like I said, this is not one of my favorite. So I've got a lot of concealers that I like, but I don't necessarily want to use them all. So let's see. Okay, so this is a couple, this is a couple, this is a foundation, and when I'm out, I bring this and I use it as a concealer. This I don't want to waste, but you know, it's like the Bare Minerals. So not gonna repurchase this. We'll always have these two for on the go. Maybe this one instead of this one. I don't like this is even more pinkier than this. You can probably see it. Let me just show you. And but it works. Somehow it works, right? Let me see. Yeah, this is too creamy for me. And it also has a lot of white. When I I don't even remember which one it was, but it has a lot of white inside the formula. This less, it's more corrective. This is more corrective. This has a lot of white in the formula and less pink. So you don't want to have too much white under your eyes, right? Now so always gonna have this for sure. This it's gonna take a long time for me to finish this, but it's, you know, a match made in heaven. So always gonna have this Prep and Prime, Wet and Wild. This, I'm gonna put it aside. Always gonna have this. These three for sure. This is a foundation and I'm gonna use it up also as a concealer, but I'm probably not gonna repurchase it. I don't need this heavy coverage. I don't need to work so much, you know, when I have something like this that does the job. So this I really like. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it. I want to. My next purchase, which is ridiculous to say because I have enough, is the Bobbi Brown color corrector in light bisque. I'm going to get the pot formula and see, because I really want it to be pink and I want it to be color corrective and I don't want it to have a lot of white in it. So this has a lot of white in it, and also it oxidizes, but it looks lovely on my eyes. I am not saying anything. So for sure, maybe this I'm going to finish, but I'm not going to repurchase it. I'm not going to repurchase this, obviously, but I'm going to keep it to color correct all of these mistakes. But I'm probably going to keep this to color correct, but not keep this, because I don't want to keep stuff that I have to work too hard, you know. So, okay, so this I'm getting rid of. This I'm done, so forget it. Then love my bisque. Always gonna have this. Love my Fairly Medium foundation. Always gonna have it with me. Let me swatch it again. This is like the perfect foundation color for me. It's very pinky. I might also get the medium. So if you, whoops, sorry guys. Am I in focus? Yeah, okay, so basically this is very pinky compared to this, but you know, it's powder, so you have to also bear that in mind. Very, very nice. Yeah, I like, you know, we put a lot of pink, we put a lot of this, which would be great as a color corrector, right? It is. You just have to play around. I have to play around. Sometimes, you know, you're more, the bags under my eyes, not the bags, the darkness under my eyes is more pronounced, so I would need a little bit more pink. So these are all my favorites, guys. So this is what I'm left with that I'm going to keep. Obviously, I'm going to finish this, but this I think will always work for me. Like I said, oh my God, I keep on knocking over. I get a bit of Coke. This is the story, my concealer stories, the stories basically. So I'm gonna actually remove all this and swatch just the ones that I like, okay? Okay, I just wanted to show you the difference in pinkiness. So this is Prep and Prime and this is House Labs, right? This House Labs says it's rosy, and this, what's it called? It's called Fair Rosy, and this is called Radiant Rose. So, you know, the companies have different names and different ideas of what rosy is. Obviously, there's pink here, but this, when it's on the eyes, somehow it's pink enough. It's everything. And then, you know, this is what I wanted to say. So like we buy these concealers, these correctors, but the color that we have on our skin, like under our skin, the blueness, the green, modifies these colors. So if I wear this on my skin, it would be, you know, different than if another woman wears it and she has more pronounced color, like bluish color. So it kind of varies, not modifies. It varies on what's under our skin, the color that's under our skin. But it somehow works. When I wear this under my eyes, it works. It's not too peachy, and it looks like this. Go figure. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not going to swatch them all again, but, you know, I think my top ones are, well, they're kind of all of them, really. I don't want to throw much away, and that's fine, you know, and actually I'm happy about that, because concealers are one of those things that I enjoy wearing, and I'm so into concealers. Even like this, you know, I love this tube. I love, it's like very, very buttery, very milky. Not only the color, but the texture. Sometimes I'm just attracted to certain things. And this is also just fantastic. I mean, you know. So, yeah, I love concealer. I love foundation. I love concealer. And I could go on and on and on, but I have definitely pared down my collection. I'm very proud to say that, you know, I don't have any extra things that are not working for me as far as concealers. That wasn't the case with foundations. Okay, guys, I ran out of space on my phone, so I just wanted to end it here, and also tell you that my next video will be on my powders, and I have lots to say about that too. Always the pinky powders. And yeah, leave me a comment, say if you also have pinky correctors and concealers, which ones you use, or if you use any of these. Oh, and also if you have ever used the Bobbi Brown corrector in a light bisque. See you next time.